Bless up Electroculture family. Just going to take you on a little tour of my wife and I's farm, White Squirrel Farm, and show you all the different ways that we utilize our electroculture equipment and other energy tools here as agricultural equipment on our farm. Starting with, this is an orange plant my son started from seed from an orange he ate, and I have a CW4 Inside Voices paramagnetic electroculture antenna installed on a bamboo pole. It is connected to insulated wire, and then it does go down to an insulator, or a conductor rather, that is inside of the soil there. And then there's also a negative connection there that goes to the conductor as well, so they can flux potential in the tensor rod conductor. And that's just one way to use that antenna. It also does have the connections for a radionics frequency generator or whatever you may wish to connect to it. This is our seed starting propagation greenhouse. Lots of different seeds and starts about to go out in the fields. Just waiting on it to warm up a little bit more. Over here in this eucalyptus potted plant, I have a CWXOA custom antenna that specifically pairs with the orgone amplifiers. This is with an OA2000 unit of my own. Can make things like that by request, utilizing the plant as a biofeedback antenna input to the orgone field. And then over here we have a small reservoir for making compost teas and stuff to use in here. And that's connected to an antenna actually outside, and then to its own grounding point here on the northern side of the container. Stepping out here, it's quite windy today. I have a CW2, it's been up there for quite a long time. A little age to it. And that's connected to the reservoir, to a tensor ring inside the reservoir to be more exact. Heading out this way, big up Etheric Arts, tensor orb generator on our little water manifold here, hose manifold. So heading out over here to our little side yard area, basketball court of a magnolia tree. It is connected to a CW2 antenna as well. Single tree application, a la Justin Crystal Flu's original application designs. Utilizing a copper ground rod as the pole. This is a lower mount elevation antenna. Here we are at the southern end of our main garden areas and one of our bigger greenhouses. We have a bank of antennas here, an array of antennas. CW1 models, all of them are up around 25 feet on sectional poles. Some variants definitely in the way that they're set up over time. I've modified and changed the way I like to do things. Here's one that's the most recent here. So these are antennas that are connected to ground lines that run all the way through these gardens out here, south to north, terminating in the very back toward our orchard. And south to north is a bit of a diagonal here, so they kind of run at a diagonal, the ground lines. So you can see there's room for a couple more out here. But with the diagonals, it can be a little bit more tricky as far as how many you can fit in a space that's comprehensive and makes sense. Here's an area of ornamental plants. There's a pink dogwood here, and we have one of our telluric tree revitalizers at the base of this dogwood with the ring set at about a 20-degree angle. Tensors in the bird bath over there. As we get up toward another one of the greenhouses and another garden area here, we have two more CW1s mounted up at 25 feet. One of them is running through the greenhouse, again at a bit of a diagonal, and the other one through that garden. And then there's actually another post preset and ground line already run for another one that I'm putting up this week. Caterpillar tunnels out there with carrots primarily. And here we have sugar snap peas, snow peas, beets, arugula. And here in our compost pile we have a CW3 monofeast model. Using the mast-to-mast mount, ultimately connected to a ground rod, a copper rod that runs all the way through the compost and into the ground, with the antenna wire attaching here, making contact so that potentials can flux vertically in this case. So for the pile, this is desired. And just a little look at the way we use these tools in a working vegetable farm that's based on productivity in a non-peripheral way. Very much real-time applications of quantum agriculture. Much love and many blessings.